Good morning, everyone. My name is Amy Thengkham, and before we begin, I would like to share a story of someone special. A story about Noi. This was Noi 9 months ago, before everything began to change. Going to school was something she looked forward to, full of joy and friends. She had her circle, of girls who talk and shares everything. Then one day, she met a guy. They messaged back and forth. A simple word that felt exciting. She even told her friends about him. They went on a date. For Noi, it felt new and exciting in all the right way. Their connection grew. Words turned into feelings. And feelings turned into something deeper. And just like that, 2 lines, one future she never imagined. How do you begin a conversations like this?
เข้ามาลูก
Noi was scared to tell her friends, her families, or anyone at all. Going to school was never the same again. It no longer felt bright or joyful. She could feel it, the pressure, the judgment, and the whisper. She didn't want to leave, but the weight was too much to carry. And as she watched all her friends graduate and move forward without her, a thought echoed.
"ข้อยฮู้ให้จักคนหรือจักบอนที่สามารถสอนข้อยได้ไวกว่านี้ก็คือสิดี"
Laos had the highest adolescence birth rate in Southeast Asia, and without change, thousands of girls will become a mother before they even turn 18. And what are the root causes? A lack of sexual and reproductive health, aka SRH educations, and a restrict access to informations. Since talking about sexual and reproductive health is a taboo topics in Laos, it's leaving youths confused, ashamed, and unprepared. And growing up in Laos and Singapore, I've experienced the difference in how communities and educations makes a girl transitions into adulthood. That is why I create L.Y.E.C, Lao Youth Edutainment Center. The heart of this center is to raise awareness about sexual and reproductive health, but it needs to be done gently by creating a fun, safe space so then they don't feel the pressures to learn. And our project is then on three strong pillars. First one is community outreach and advocacy, and second one is community engagement, and last one is education support. Just like how Singapore introduced sexual and reproductive health at the age of 11, I want to provide the same learning and opportunities and resource to young Laotians as well. So in order to have an active participations from youths, our project is designed around edutainment, which is a blend of educations and entertainment. And how do our programs fulfill the 3 pillars? For the community outreach, youth leadership opportunities provide youth volunteers with global organizations like UN, like WHO. Then for educations, we offer a financial class or career guidance, which we all know that are not usually taught in school. And also for the creative expressions, this is where we'll be slowly integrate the sexual and reproductive health learning, but through art, so then they don't feel the pressure. Then last one is the community engagement pillar. For the cookings and gardening is to bring people together and learn the practical life skill. Our site location is located in Vientiane, Laos. It is located in the downtown area, within the communities and close to two big schools, which is secondaries and technical college. And also the site has been abandoned for over 50 years, but still retains its beauty. So this project, I choose adaptive reuse to preserve its beauty and also the graffitis as well, while giving a new purpose that serves the current needs. Then for my design concept, I actually draw inspirations from the site graffitis. Then from that, I start experimenting with abstract drawings of reproductive system. Then from that sketches, then I turn it into a concept model. Then from that concept models, I implement it to my building. Then this new red structure is not just a new spatial architectures, but I see it as a graffitis, new spatial graffitis, the one that is built within the building, but not just spray. Then from that structure helped me to define the layout. Then the one that needs private and fixed use space are within the structure, then while the surroundings remain flexible for multi-purpose use. Then for my spatial strategy, I've also integrated the multi-purpose space and also ensuring a good vision flow throughout the space. And for the sustainable features, I integrated skylight and recycled material. Then before I walk you through my space, I would like to share my design intentions. Since talking about sexual and reproductive health is taboo in Laos culture, I would like to create a space that feels inviting through programs and design. So by doing that, we'll make people naturally learn and connect and come together. So let's take a walk to L.Y.E.C. Now the main entrance is in the middle ridge shape right here. Then while on far right is a secondary entrance. So let's take a walk on the main entrance. As the visitor walk into the main entrance, they'll be greeted by the receptions area. There will be a kiosk where they can check the program's update or booking spaces. Then on the left, they'll walk through the multi-purpose events area. And further down will be the cafes and the cooking workshop. Then on the right here will be the exhibitions tunnel or the main staircase that will showcasing the sexual and reproductive health learning. And remember this tunnel because I will come back to it later. And while taking the tunnels to level 2, you'll meet the library area, which extends throughout the floor. All the way to the left there will be the admin office and the computer lab. Then hovering to the mezzanine 1 is where the small seminar room located. Now continuing to the tunnels to our final floor, which will lead to the multi-functions workshop area. Then when you take a walk to the left, you'll walk past the gallery area. Then from that gallery area, it will lead you to the theater. Then from that, the main central red shape here is the mezzanine 3, which is a meeting area where it can be booked via a kiosk at level 1. Oh. Sorry. Oh, Now for the building exterior. Since this project is an adaptive reuse, I would like to preserve the old graffitis of this building while elevating with a new one. And now for the exterior staircase. This one is also not just a secondary entrance, but it's also act as a vision point also. I designed this to explore, to encourage more explorations, and also functional. This one will lead directly to level 2, so convenience for visitor as well, the one that don't want to enter through the main entrance. And now for the events area. This one, I designed it with a purpose of having a multiple flexible space for bring communities together. And here you can also overlook at the community gardens and the basketball court. And the red structure at the back was built from the recycled metal. Sorry. And here is another view of the community of the events area. In this scenario, it's being used as a community market. And you can see here I integrate the skylight, so it's brightened the space throughout the day. And also with the open layout is to create visual connections from upper floor to the lowest floor. Then next is the library areas located on level 2. The library area is designed to feel open, and also the seating is gathered throughout the space, which extend across the floor. And yes, the seating is all flexible, so then people can sit and find their own comfortable spot. And now, moving to the level 3, the theater area, I've designed a step seating so then people can sit however they want, and with the skylight above is to create an ambient atmosphere and also to act as a natural spotlight. And now is the gallery area, is where I integrated the interactive art installations that help youths visualize their future. Because in research show that when youths, they envision themselves in futures, and they're more likely to achieve that. Then now for the workshop area, it's designed to be open and adaptable for various use, like meetings and creative art inspirations. And now for the exhibition tunnel that I've mentioned earlier. Before this, I've actually asked myself what's the best way to make people learn and reinforce that knowledge without feeling the pressure, since talking about sexual and reproductive health is like a taboo topic in Laos. That's what led me to this design. As people walk through this tunnel, which is also the main staircase, they'll be constantly surrounded by educational visual of sexual and reproductive health learning. This is to encourage learning with casual and subtlety. And for my design elements, I've designed modular furniture for the event space and the workshop area. But more importantly is the distributions kiosk. Here is where will be a sexual and reproductive health drop-off box and a condom dispenser, which located in the restroom area. And this is to encourage active participations while having the discretion. And lastly, throughout the space throughout this journey, every space, every shape, and every color was chosen with intentions. So in the heart of this design, I've chose sachet red. This bold color is to represent the urgency of sexual and reproductive health conversations. And often the space that talk about the topic that is treated as taboo, and this is to also encourage an openness. But even boldness needs balance. So I softened the space with pastel color to create a visual comfort. Then together, these palettes tell a story. It turns building into more than a space. It becomes a platform where youths can learn, explore without fears, and take control of their futures. Because in the end, this is not just a building. It's the beginning where a place where stigma and possibility begins. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Amy.